vs. Kong 2. It's coming down, guys. Godzilla vs. Kong was a great movie. Let's talk about it. Right now on Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. Guys, are you excited for a King Kong vs. Godzilla 2? I am. Okay, so this just got announced over the weekend. Let's talk about it. Godzilla vs. Kong sequel set to shoot in Australia later this year. Oh, that's fantastic. You know what? Godzilla vs. Kong was a great little movie there that came out during the dark times, and it really did well at the box office. So I'm not surprised that they've announced this today, on Sunday or something, that this came out. But it's going to shoot in Queensland, Australia, because of the budget there. Will be able to call on like the little tax incentives that they have there. But there's a log line here from one of the producers. Or at least in a statement, the production is expected to inject more than double the $36.5 million that Godzilla vs. Kong brought to the state, and is a welcome boost to our economy as we recover from the impacts of the global bad word and southeast Queensland flooding events. These types of productions benefit our screen industry. Yes, we all know that stuff. So, okay, good. But the first, Godzilla vs. Kong grossed over $408.2 million worldwide, so that's fantastic. That's really cool. I love that movie. When they fight with each other a couple of times, it was really cool to see the two of them fight off, because that's what we always wanted to see. And I think it would have made even more if we weren't in the dark times. But there's not really much here to talk about as plot-wise or script-wise. They've just announced it, that they're going to shoot it this year. So who knows when this will come out. Will it be just a theatrical release and then HBO Max? Will they do that thing again? I don't know. I hope not. I hope it's straight to the theaters this time, because hey, you know what? It was around $125 million budget, and if it made that much money, for sure. Godzilla vs. Kong, I thought that the series was over, but by the sounds of it, it's going to shoot this year, guys. And that's fantastic news. Godzilla vs. Kong sequel to set to shoot in Australia later this year. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments below, and we will talk about it. You're watching Mirror Domains Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines, where we actually do talk about the opening box office report numbers. Yes, and here are the topics of today. Batman villains. That's a topic. X came out on the weekend, and there's a prequel already that was shot. We'll talk about that. Black Panther 2 news update. We got Bullet Train was delayed. Brad Pitt. Oh, bummer. For how long? We'll talk about that. The Guardians of the Galaxy 3 has some set photos we'll take a look at. The Hulk may appear in Deadpool 3. Interesting. And there's a bunch of award shows that came out over the weekend that we'll talk about as we heat up for our race to the Oscars. And then we got some various headlines that we'll go through. And all of these topics will be linked in time codes. You can find it in the description and comments below if you're following us later on. And if you're watching us live, hey, how's it going, everybody in the live chat? I'll always talk with you in the live chat in between the stories as we go throughout the day. And that's pretty much it. Let's talk about some movie news. And hey, you know what, guys? It's Monday. So you know what that means? It's time for the Monday box office report. All right, let's get right into it. This is the weekend box office report for March 18th to the 20th. Number 1 was The Batman. Number 2 was Jujutsu Kaisen 0, the movie, was in number 2. Uncharted, number 3. Number 4 was X. And number 5 was Dog, which is really hanging in there. That's really good for Dog. Okay, so let's take a look at these numbers in a little bit closer detail. Let's take a look at X that debuted, because that was that horror movie that came out that I hear good things about. X is apparently a really good movie. I haven't been able to go out and see it yet, guys. But domestic numbers for that were 4.4 million. And that's cool. The tomato meter for it, a lot of people liked it. The critics liked it. And the audience score has gone down a little bit. From what I understand, the main criticism is that it was a little bit slow to get going. But everything else about it, I hear about this X, was fantastic. Mia Goth, Jenna Ortega, they're going to be huge stars. Some of the early buzz is that it's ripe with playful winks and nudges because it has that throwback flair to like Texas Chainsaw kind of vibe. This young cast that goes out to film a movie in Texas and gets brutally killed by the people that are on that farm or something like that. That's what I hear. But going back to look at the numbers again, the Batman had 36.8 million this year, this weekend, and it was number one. And that's really good for, like, now it's what, third, fourth week now. And this will be the last week that the Batman will be number one. We'll talk about that a little bit more towards the end here. But what's this Jujutsu Kaisen Zero? Or the movie. I apologize for that, but I saw that Stuckman and had the reviews out for this, and it's anime, obviously. Domestically, it had 17.6 million, but internationally, obviously, because in Japan, they had higher numbers there, 112 million. So that's a lot of cheddar for an animated movie. Worldwide, 129.7 million. That's really good. And what the log line here says, Yuta, a high schooler who gains control of an extremely powerful cursed spirit and gets enrolled in the Tokyo Prefectural Jujutsu High School by Jujutsu sorcerers to help him control his power and keep an eye on him. Jujutsu. So there you go. That's what that's about. And I'll have to take a look for the trailer for that, because apparently a lot of people are liking it. It's ranked really high. Not by many critics there. 100% by 22 reviews. The audience score, over 2,500 people have seen it and they have enjoyed it. 98%. Well, because it's going to satisfy the key demographic that like the anime stuff, and that's a huge market. Huge market. Animated with devilish glee and full of deep characters, Jujutsu Kaisen O is a thrilling high point in anime. Cool. I'm going to have to take a look at this, because I do like anime. I haven't been able to get into it all. But looking at the numbers there, 14.8 million domestically, and worldwide. The worldwide numbers really matter to that one more than the domestic numbers here. But Uncharted had 8 million in its third place, and that's good for that movie, Uncharted. And then Dog, 4 million in the fifth spot. Dog is held in there, and it's made some pretty good bank. Let's see what else came out this weekend. The Outfit, 1.5 million. That's kind of like that indie sci-fi, not sci-fi, like it's like a thriller movie about murder mystery kind of thing with Mark Rylance. Dylan O'Brien is in that. Kashmir Files, Uma came out, not even 1 million, and Alice also came out. What else? There's still more. Okay, so those aren't even making a 200 or anything reputable to worth talking about. But the Batman, let's take a look at those numbers for its weekend. It's inching towards the $600 million mark. Now, this is where we have to have a little bit of a realization here that the Batman is not going to be a $1 billion film. That's a bummer. Because it's not going to magically conjure up another 400 million worldwide here in the next couple weeks, because this will be the last weekend that the Batman is going to be number one, because next weekend, The Lost City with Sandra Bullock, Brad Pitt, and the guy from Dog there, Channing Tatum, is going to be coming out, and that's going to make more than 36. Well, actually, The Lost City is not going to make 36 million opening weekend. I don't think it will. But Batman's not going to make 36.8 million next weekend. It'll make around 20 million next weekend. So I think The Lost City will make more than 20 million for sure. So Batman will be number two, unless Jujutsu does. No, not even that. So yeah, the numbers, the only thing that'll happen here, I think all of these will get shifted down, and The Lost City will be number one. But those are the numbers for the weekend's box office, March 18th to the 20th for 2022. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments below. Anything jump out at you that made you go, yeah, we have to look at that. Just talking about the Batman there was a fun little story on Joe Blow here I want to talk about. The Batman villains. They got a poll up there on Joe Blow. So go over and participate in the poll that they've got up on who is the greatest Batman live action villain. Wow, that's a cool poll. And let's just go through some of the selections here. Jack Nicholson, Joker, has got to be up there, right, guys? He's got to be up there. Danny DeVito, Penguin. Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman's got to be up there for sure. Now, Jim Carrey's Riddler, no. Tommy Lee Jones, Two-Face, no. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze. Ooh, I clicked that one? No, definitely not. Anything from the Batman and Robin is not going to get in there. Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy, no. Liam Neeson as Ducard Ra's al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul, however you choose to pronounce it. That's in contention for sure. Liam Neeson, but he's not as good as the Joker, as Jack Nicholson's Joker. No. Cillian Murphy's Scarecrow, he was cool, but no. Tom Wilkinson, Carmen Falcone, no. Christopher Walken, Max Schreck, no. Aaron Eckhart, Harvey Dent, Two-Face. He was cool, and they used him cool, but he didn't have a big enough impact. Tom Hardy's Bane. Now that's a consideration for sure. You got to consider that. And the only thing that ruins Bane is that he dies like a chump at the end of The Dark Knight Rises. And we find that little twist that he's actually doing this all for love. Yeah, that kind of really didn't resonate with people. What do you guys think about this list? Who would you vote for in this list? Paul Dano's Riddler from the new Batman, Colin Farrell's Penguin from the new Batman, John Turturro as Carmine Falcone in the new Batman, for sure. And how come you're not listing... They didn't list Catwoman from the new Batman, but I guess he wasn't really a villain in that. And then, of course, you got Heath Ledger's Joker, which has got to be the number one pick right there. Jesse Eisenberg, Lex Luthor, no. So it was between Jack Nicholson's Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker. I'm going to vote for Heath Ledger's Joker right there. Let's see who was the worst first. Nobody. So Tom Wilkinson Falcone didn't get even. Well, he got one vote, but I think we pretty much know how this is going to work out, right? Heath Ledger's Joker and then Jack Nicholson's Joker. The best Batman live-action movie villain. I felt like that was fun. That was fun to do because, yes, Jack was awesome as the Joker, and it wasn't until this guy came along that you really went, wow. Now, why wasn't Joaquin Phoenix's Joker in this? Because he didn't face off against Batman. It was a solo Joker movie that was self-contained. So what do you guys think? Fuzz in the live chat says, hey man, let me know who your favorite Batman villain was. And I hope you had fun looking at that. Okay, going back to the weekend's box office, talking about how X came in the third spot. Apparently there was an after-credits scene for X, if you went out and saw it. And that post-credit scene was like a teaser, apparently, that set up the prequel for X. That was filmed, it's already in the can, and it's called Pearl. That was set 61 years ago in a World War I landscape. And it stars Mia Goth, obviously, because, there's spoilers here. So I don't want to go into it too much, but just know this. That does X have a post-credit scene? If you went out and saw it, yes, it does. So you got to go out and see it. And all it is just kind of like a teaser for Pearl, from what I understand, which is the prequel to X, because you know that there's an old lady that we saw in the trailers. Ooh, they make a little homage to The Shining there? Cool. That's Jenna Ortega. Cool. I really need to see this movie. I'm ashamed of myself. But you know what? I'm not a rich man, guys. I can't afford to go out and see everything. But there's that old lady, and apparently it's going to be about that old lady when she's younger in World War I. That's what Pearl is about, and that's what the end credits scene sets up like. I'm sure that they probably have that teaser out now online somewhere. Will Pearl's trailer be released online? Probably. Just, give it a couple days, and when it comes out, we'll do a little reaction to that. But I just wanted to say, hey guys, there's that post-credit scene for X if you went out and saw it. And I don't think that's really a spoiler too much, that we know that there's an old lady in it, because we saw her in the trailers for it. And I felt like that needed to be highlighted. But what do you guys think about that little bit of movie news? Let me know in the comments below and we will talk about it. All right, let's move on to Black Panther 2. Black Panther 2 will be better than the original movie, says Angela Bassett. Well, I don't know how that can be, because they didn't recast T'Challa, and apparently T'Challa is going to be off screen for most of this movie. So how can that possibly be better? This is one of those ones where I'm going to reserve judgment until we see how they're going to handle it. But apparently Letitia Wright's Shuri is going to take on a much larger role in this film, and is expected to act as Black Panther, as the main protagonist in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. which we all speculated would happen. There's Shuri right there beside him. But let's read this Angela Bassett quote about what Black Panther Wakanda Forever is going to be amazing. It's going to top the first one? Can I say that? No, Now, how is that possible? If T'Challa himself, Black Panther's not going to be in it for that much. I don't get it, guys. This is one where I'm like, just recast. Even family members of Boseman there wanted him to be recasted because that Chadwick would have wanted it that way. Just recast it and keep telling stories about him. I don't want that guy from the mountains taking over the mantle. I don't want to see that for Black Panther 2. I know people like that character. I'm sorry, but that's not what I wanted to see. So this one, still slated for November 11th, 2022. It's going to be better than the first one. Are you guys thinking that? This is one of those ones where we got to see how it plays out. Maybe they do it well, maybe they don't, without the T'Challa character. But it just kind of bums me out that he's not going to be there. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments below. All right, we're moving through the stories nicely today. And I don't have to worry about the power on my camera anymore. Because yesterday in the mail, my little power cord came, guys. And don't worry, it's one with the little buffer on it so that I won't burn out my camera. It's got that 5-volt, what do you call that, a modulator, so that I don't burn out my camera by putting too much juice in it. So I don't have to worry about time anymore. Cool. Fantastic. All right, let's move on to more movie news. Bullet Train. I saw the trailers for Bullet Train and I really liked it, but it's a bummer that it's got delay. Bullet Train, release date pushed back for Brad Pitt-led action film. Don't worry, guys, it's not much. It's not far. So it was supposed to come out Friday, July 29th. Is the new date, sorry. It was supposed to come out July 15th, and now it got pushed to July 29th, right there. So it's only a couple weeks. It's only a couple weeks delay. No big deal. No skin off our teeth. That's not something that we should get our feathers ruffled over for a couple of weeks. I'm guessing it's just because of scheduling that they move that around. The article doesn't really say that much. But, yeah, Bullet Train gets a delay. No big of anything huge to mention about that. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 set photos shows us Drax and Mantis. Okay, cool. You know what? We know that they're going to be in the movie for sure. Obviously, Drax, and this is the last time Batista says that he wants to play Drax. And we know from James Gunn's mouth that this is the last time that we'll see this group as the Guardians of the Galaxy, because they need to wrap these external series up. That's the way that I feel. Let's blow that image up a little bit of Batista there. Okay, you can do a little bit better than that. Yeah, and it looks like he's going to be wearing a coat so he doesn't have to go around shirtless all the time. Or maybe that's just something that he's got on to keep warm. And that's got to be a bummer for him, right? Walking around without a shirt on. That's got to bum you out. There's Palm Clantioff as Mantis getting out of her car. And that's all these set photos are, guys. There's not much. And I've been a huge fan of Palm Clantioff ever since I saw her in that Old Boy remake, which I actually preferred over the original, which is like controversial. Everybody hated the new version of Old Boy. They said it was blasphemy. But that was the only version that I saw when I first saw it. And I liked that version because it also had Sharlto Copley in it. And it's got her in it. And Palm Clantioff is awesome. Really awesome. But those are the set photos for Guardians of the Galaxy 3 that we got out today. It's scheduled for May 5th, 2023. And we'll have to see how this pans out. But those are our sort of first look images. Palm Clementieff. Anyway, guys, there you go. Let's take a look at what's coming up next. Hulk will appear in Deadpool 3? Really? Is this confirmed? Posting an image of two actors and a few references to Marvel will always lead to rumors that Sean Levy seems to know all too well. And well, we know in the comics that Deadpool's part of that universe, right? So that sort of makes sense. But where did this come from? Well, it came from this photo that, Mark Ruffalo and Ryan Reynolds just did work together in the Adam Project. So they're kind of like, they know the director too. Sean Levy is directing Deadpool 3. So it just kind of like, well, they did have good chemistry in that. So you could maybe see a Hulk cameo. I think if there's enough people out there to say yes, and there's a little Hulk there on that container there, that they could make that happen. Will he get ripped in half by the Hulk like he did by that bad guy in the second movie? Juggernaut? Who knows? But, that just leads to speculation. That's the fun thing about being movie fans out there is that, that's fun. We want to see that. I want to see that. See the Hulk take on Deadpool or rip him up or something like that. That would be cool to see. And that's all where this headline comes from. This is where the news that people will be running with today. And that's cool. That's really cool. And then over the weekend, they released a small little blooper reel of the Adam Project, talking about that. And I'm not going to play it here, but they just go through some of the scenes. And this kid here, this kid that they got to play the younger Ryan Reynolds, they talked about that in some of the interviews. It was cool because in some of the scenes, he's kind of like, he was asking Ryan Reynolds, like, how would you say that? How would you say this line? And then he would emulate him. So that was really cool. And that just gave us some cool insights. I felt like there's a gag reel up there now. Funniest bloopers from the Adam Project. And most of it's like just them getting tongue twisted. And you get to see a little behind the scenes action that I feel like that stuff is cool. Them shooting jabs at each other and stuff. Check that out. The blooper reel, you get to see behind the scenes, as I said. And those are always fun to look at. As long as it's within taste and it's not really long or anything like that. Jennifer Garner was great in that movie too. The Adam Project is a fun little movie that I totally recommend that you guys go out and watch. I did a watch-along video for that, so that's on the channel here if you want to watch my full reaction to that. And we're going to do more of those in the future too. We'll talk about that towards the end of the show, because now I don't have to worry about the battery. All right. Daniel Radcliffe is going to be in The Lost City this weekend with Sandra Bullock and Brad Pitt. He plays the villain in it. And we saw this from the trailers. He kidnaps her and takes her to this island. And he just has a little quote here that he says that he enjoyed playing the bad guy. And this is where his career is going. This is the direction he's going. And I like that. And that's why he didn't want to go back to play Harry Potter again right now. Because he's doing these fun little projects that he's really just enjoying being an actor. And if he can develop some of his own style outside of the Harry Potter, that's great. So he's got a quote here that he's playing the villain in that Lost City movie that's coming out. And his quote reads, "It was a huge amount of fun. It's weird because they worked really, really hard on this film and did quite a grueling physical shoot. And I was having a chill time and being like, hey guys, you all seem really tired." And yeah. So he's the bad guy. He's the villain. He's playing that rich kind of role that, what was it? Now You Can See Me Too, or No One Can See Me Too, or whatever. That magician movie. He was the bad guy in that too. So I'm getting that similar kind of vibe. Now You See Me Too, right? I think that's what it was called. But of course, he's also going to be in the upcoming Weird Al Yankovic biopic movie, playing Weird Al, and that's going to be the telltale if he's got the range and the ability to stretch out and transform into somebody else. That the Yankovic movie will be the one that will really let us know what he can do as an actor. But what do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments below. Daniel Radcliffe likes being the villain. That's good. Now this may turn into a bit of a rant here, guys, as we get on to the race for the Oscars. The race for the Oscars are, guys, the Oscars are coming up this weekend. So this past weekend we had more awards. The WGAs, the PGAs, the WC is kind of like, what? All of these awards are what? The Writers Guild Awards, the Producers Awards, and Coda wins. Don't Look Up wins. And this is what's wrong with the Oscars. You just had 3 award shows this past weekend. The Writers Guild Awards, the Producers Guild Awards. And it just takes away the steam from the Oscars. Who are these awards for? I gotta ask. And are they for hardcore movie fans? Because I'm a hardcore movie fan. I pay attention to these things. Coda wins PGA and WGAs. And people say, well, this just helps build up the momentum to have the big show of the Oscars. And I say, no. All of this stuff takes the wind out of the sail for the Oscars. Because when you get down to the race to the Oscars, it's kind of like, are you really all that interested? The ASC Awards. That's the Cinematography Awards. So when it comes down to the race for the Oscars, it's just like, I'm burnt out. I'm inundated. Like, yes, Coda has won so many things. Power to the Dog has won so many things. So it's just lost its excitement. That's what I say. And we don't need any of these. The Oscars really need to be earlier in the year. They got to get rid of it. And I know that the argument out there is that, well, we use all these other awards to measure really who is the best when it comes time to the Oscars. But people just don't care. We get burnt out by this because, as I said, who are these other awards for? Who like the ASC, and I hate to say this, the Producers Guild Awards, like, nobody cares about that. Those awards only care, or people that only care about those awards are the people who have a horse in the race. If your movie got nominated for those extra awards, then that's why you're paying attention to it. Because I'm a hardcore movie fan, and I do like the Oscars, and I do like some awards shows that give exposure to films that perhaps the wider audiences haven't seen. But I'm just kind of like, yeah, unless you have a horse in the race, do you really care about the PGAs or the WGAs? Like, what's next? The Best Grip Awards? I mean, seriously. And I know the criticism that if you say that you move the Oscars up, then all of these other awards become meaningless. Well, yeah, that's the way it should be. I'm saying that you still can't have those awards, but once the Oscars are done, then nobody really cares about these other awards. You can still have them, but I feel like all of these other awards just take out the steam, take out the wind from the sail. But I'm still going to watch the Oscars, despite of everything. I don't care about the PGAs or the WGAs or all of those other awards, and that's where I stand. That's where I stand. And Sunday, I think I might do a watch along with the Oscars. I'm debating it. So you guys will have to let me know if you want me to turn on the camera, and we'll go through the awards. We'll go through our picks for, in our pools, who's going to win what and who's going to win Best Picture. I'm hoping that Coda wins. I haven't seen Coda yet, but it's about that deaf family that has a daughter that wants to become a singer. Because it sounds like it's a feel-good story, and I'm tired of these bummer movies always winning Best Picture. Nothing against Parasite or anything like that, but Power to the Dog is a bummer movie. It's a boring movie. I'm sorry. Belfast, I know I never saw Belfast, so I can't tell you exactly, but it's just one of those things where it's kind of like, I want a feel-good movie. And it sounds like Coda is a feel-good movie, and I hope that wins for Best Picture. But that's the way that things are shaping up. And those are my thoughts on all of these award shows. So I'm not going to rag on it too much. Let's move on. Friday night, The Mandalorian Season 3 announced that Christopher Lloyd has joined the cast. And that's cool. That's really cool. And I got to tell you this. You as Christopher Lloyd, well, he's still around. That's awesome, because he's a great actor. He was always good in everything that he was in. Like, everybody knows him as Doc from Back to the Future, but he was also good in that movie Clue as Professor Plum. He's just got that ability to transform into other things, other characters, like in Taxi, the TV show and such like that. But it was announced on Friday night that he was going to join, and I was too busy. But they haven't announced a release date for Mandalorian Season 3, but he's going to be in there. Hey, You know what? If you can have Danny Trejo in The Mandalorian or in Boba Fett, you can have Christopher Lloyd in Mandalorian Season 3. I think that's always cool. That's a cool bit of news. Actually, there's a lot of comments on this story. Let's see what's going on down here in the comment section. Christopher Lloyd in the Star Wars universe? Sign me up. This is heavy. That's a Back to the Future reference. Great Scott! Luke travels back in a converted X-Wing and saves Anakin from getting run over by Padme's dad. You know what? If they introduce some kind of a time travel event or, the fracturing of the universe, that would open the door for them to somehow retcon the sequel trilogy. Now, I know people out there did like The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker, but which doesn't make sense to me. But if they had a time travel event and somehow fractured the universe, then you could say that those movies still existed. They just happened in an alternate universe. Yes. Now I see the possibilities. I like that. But Christopher Lloyd joins The Mandalorian. Cool, man. I don't think it'll have anything to do with time travel anyway. But if you guys do, let me know in the comments below and we'll talk about it. Okay. We're moving on to various headlines, obviously. We've been doing various headlines now. There's an article up on Coming Soon. Explains why the Batman foreshadows why the Dark Knight needs his gadgets. And this was just a fun little article. If you've seen the Batman by now, you know that he's got like that shocking mask. Well, you know what? This is why I wanted to bring it up, because you know what? The Dark Knight, Nolan used the shocking mask too. It's not new to Batman. Remember when the Joker there tried to take the mask off of him and he got shocked? So that's not new, and that was cool that they used that. A better cape. Well, yeah, I guess he did do that flying scene with the cape. The Batarang in there, I like that, how it was attached to his chest and he took it off and used it as a knife. That was really cool to see. Well, we knew that he used Batarangs in Batman Returns. Smoke bombs he used all the time in all of the Batmans. Like Michael Keaton's Batman used that in The Factory and such. Nolan's Batman used that on Bane, that smoke bomb kind of thing. Bat lenses. Cool. Bat computer. And they just go through some of these things over on Coming Soon. And I just like that, all things Batman stuff. So I found that like an interesting read. Go over and check that out if you can. Picard, Season 2. Picard Season 2 is out, and I'm all caught up now. I watched Episode 3, and Episode 2 and 3 really are where the story picks up. I watched the premiere episode for Season 2, and here's my little review on the first 3 episodes. I liked it. I liked it a lot. It's so much better than the first season. The first season, it was kind of like, ooh, what are you guys doing? This is weird. I don't know if I like it. But you know what? Star Trek Next Generation first season was rough. So it looks like they really found their groove now. They deal with the Borg. They're dealing with Q, time travel, and all that stuff. Borg Queen is awesome in it. And I got to tell you, I like the direction that it's going. Yeah, I finished Episode 2 and I was right in with Episode 3. I was like, I got to see what's going on. It's that engaging, and that's awesome. And, once again, Patrick Stewart, you got to use him while he's here. They just wrapped Season 3, the final season for Picard. And you can tell his voice, he's old. Like, your voice does go over time. You lose it. You can tell that his voice is, he's in his 80s now. And I'm glad that they're using him. It's just like Christopher Lloyd. His voice, you can tell his voice is starting to go because he's older now. And it's not as sharp and crisp as it used to be when they were younger. But Picard Season 2, Episode 3 is good. I'm really am enjoying where the season is going, and I'm going to do a full season review when it comes out. It's one of those things where we can't do watch-alongs because any little image, even trailer reactions for Picard, CBS will block it and claim it and just give you so much trouble. Just the smallest little image from it. I hate that. Because I don't, it's not like when I do the watch alongs, I'm trying to steal from it. I'm just trying to give you guys markers as to where in the movie or show I'm at, so you can watch along. But Picard, episode 3, is awesome. It's really awesome. And if you like 7 of 9, and Jerry Ryan, she's fantastic in this series so far. She's fantastic. And I totally recommend it if you guys have it on the back burners. Check it out. In international news, what's this? Jolly O Gymkhana official lyric video dropped over the weekend. And what's this movie? This is a movie with Pooja Hegde. That's right. I'm sorry. And there she is right there. And it's just a music video. And if you haven't seen who Pooja Hegde is, she's an actress there. And I'm going to have to listen to this video later on. I might post the reaction on Mirror Domains India because I'm a huge Pooja Hegde fan, and this looks like it's just going to be a lot of fun. One thing about these movies is that they always use color really brilliantly. And I'm curious to hear this video because it's by Telepathy VJ. Cool, man. I'll have to check that out. What do you guys think about some of these headlines? That's pretty much the way that it is rounded up today. If you have anything that you want to talk about, let me know in the comments below, and we'll get to it if you're in the live chat. I think that covers everything that I wanted to cover for today. I suppose we can sort of look at the Twitter roundup. But, yeah, there's really not too much there that we can take a look at. I just want to see if there's anything else that I missed from other sources. Marvel releases Moon Knight Summon the Suit clip. Yeah, not going to take a look at that. Rachel Zegler not invited to the Oscars. Rachel Zegler was in West Side Story. Is that something that you need to talk 5 minutes on? No. The Sharp. Okay, so that's it. Yeah. There's really nothing more there to talk about. Let's take a look at the Twitter roundup and see what's out there. The outfit. Okay, yeah, that's something that opened up this weekend. It was Dylan O'Brien. Yes, earning $1.5 million. Mark Rylance. Mark Rylance plays this guy who puts together suits. He cuts suits, and he gets involved in this murder mystery kind of thing. It's a period piece. I like the way that it looked. Jake Gyllenhaal photographed for Ambulance movie premiere in Paris. Okay, so that's premiering in Paris. That has Isa Gonzalez in it as well. That dress is wow. Isa Gonzalez is incredibly beautiful. Bridgerton season 2 debuts with 86% score on Rotten Tomatoes. So Bridgerton season 2 is out, and did you watch the first season? Did you like it? The outfit was amazing, better than the Batman fuzz as in the live chat. Cool. I'll have to check that movie out when I get a chance. The Dog has grossed over 62 million worldwide. The film cost 15 million to produce. That's really cool. And Tatum, dog, a service dog that works with the army, right? I need to catch up with all these movies. The Batman has grossed 300 million domestically, eyeing a lifetime cume of. Okay, so they're forecasting it now of 800 to 900 million. They're guessing it will be its final run. Yeah, because it's not going to make $1 billion, and that's a bummer. But yeah, I'll keep my eye on that. Timothy Chalamet, Bones and All, starring Taylor Russell. Huh. Oh, Zendaya. Yeah, that's where it's at. That's where it's at. Girl from Plainview. Character posters. Elle Fanning. Wow, she's got a shade of that look of Cara Delevingne right there. She's got a little bit of that look. And this is Colton Ryan from The Girl from Plainville. Okay. Squid Game creator Hwang Dong-hyuk teases the possibility of Ho Yeon-jung returning as twin? What? As a twin in the second season? If you haven't watched the Squid Game yet, guys, I totally recommend that you do, because it's awesome. And this character, well, we know that she doesn't make it out of the Squid Games because it's about death games. Does she have a twin? Well, she has a son. That would be nice if the son was able to see the twin, because they would at least know that he would have an aunt. Interesting. That would be an interesting angle on that as a twin. Madonna teases upcoming biopic, which he co-wrote, will direct. She's on location somewhere. Okay. Madonna, biopic, in the works. Where the Crawdads Sing has moved its release date up 1 week, July 15th. Okay, good to know. Andrew Garfield, not receiving Spider-Man No Way Home, not receiving Best Picture nomination. I mean, it's the 6th biggest movie in history of movies. Yes, I felt like it was snubbed. Spider-Man No Way Home is so awesome, and watching other people's reactions to it now that it's out on digital release, this moment where they're all together is, every moment they're all together is fantastic. That's just awesome filmmaking. Andrew Garfield goes on to say, I personally feel satisfied with the audience response. I think that's plenty. Yeah, indeed. And the fact that it made close to $2 billion, doesn't hurt. That doesn't hurt. Ooh. Andrew Garfield worked with Heath Ledger? Cool. Got some advice. There they are together. He looks like a guy that I went to college with. Mike Barrichetti? Yeah, he's got that same look to him. So he's got some quotes out about Seymour Hoffman and Heath Ledger, two actors that left us too early. Cool. This was in the Telegraph. Isa Gonzalez, Bullet Train has been delayed, and that takes us back from July 15th to July 29th. And I think that's where we're going to wrap that up today, guys, in the realm of movie news. What do you guys think about some of these headlines? Let me know in the comments below. Mirror Domains Movie News is live at 12 p.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday, guys. And if you like this show, I always hit that thumbs up button. I never say that. I know that you're supposed to do that in best practices, but I never do. And I'll post the time codes for this once it gets uploaded to YouTube. And thank you very much. Shall we play some guitar today? I think maybe we can. I think we can. Ooh. 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 Hopefully. Doesn't let me down. Yeah. That's it for today, guys. Don't want to bore you with all my jams. I'll see you next week. Or, sorry, tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow, guys.